Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, brother. How are you?
I'm good, Alhamdulillah. How about you?
Alhamdulillah as well. Uh,
You
I'm
seem
outside
to be
currently.
outside.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I was thinking, let's do it on the go. I didn't want to miss a day. So, yeah,
So, we talked about Hibs yesterday, and
right,
in particular your journey, mashallah. So I remembered our days back in Kingdom during Ramadan. If you remember, Sajid Rabbani Uncle used to host Taraweeh prayers. You, along with a couple of other Huffaz, used to lead them.
right. You remembered a very old and nostalgic point, I would say. Yeah, I
Yes,
remember a lot of, memories we made over there. I think, but
yes, yes.
I don't remember you coming most of the time over there. I think you used to go to the masjid rather than here, right?
Yeah, I used to go to the masjid at times when I missed. I used to come, and of course during the end days, during the khatam, I used to
Okay,
be there.
right. Yeah, we were, like we used to do every year. Like when I was
Yes.
doing the hifz, that time we were like regular, like 4 to 5 years, I think. And it was a good time because I think I was 12, 13, I'm not sure. Yeah, and all the other Hufaz, because it's a group, everybody gets to do about 4 or 6 rakats. And initially, I used to do just two because when I was just starting the hifz, I did about 5 juz or something like that. So
Uh-huh.
I used to get 2 rakats in during the uh, end part of the Quran. So
Mm-hmm.
it is a good experience to start your journey to leading the prayer because it is also something of confidence, like speaking in front of public. It is similar to that, like you have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
lead the prayer, right? So you have to get that confidence. You can't just push anybody who hasn't had that experience. It will be difficult for them to
Mm-hmm.
lead it. So that's the reason the huffaz are made to practice from an earlier age, so that they get used to it.
And back in, like, if you remember, every year Ramadan used to host some days us, some days your family iftar gatherings.
Yes,
And I remember so in our part, because if you know, my one of my uncles, Abid Chacha, used to stay with us.
right,
So, and he had a few bachelor friends. So every year, what my father used to do, he used to host two iftar gatherings, one for families and one for bachelors.
right. Okay, yes. I think it was
Yes,
similar. I think it was similar at our end as well, because
uh,
at our house as well, like all the family friends with family, they used to gather. Like we used to have couple of
uh,
get-togethers with family, and the others, like many of my mother's or father's relatives who were living
mhm,
in Saudi as bachelors.
yes.
They were other gatherings for them as well because bachelor gatherings are very relaxed, very uh, it is a different kind of a
Quiet.
so joining them with the families, it becomes very difficult. So
Yeah, little
it,
chaotic.
both have their own flavor. So yeah,
Absolutely.
you need to keep it
Absolutely.
separate and enjoy them. So yeah, and coming back to the Taraweeh gatherings, I remember we used to come in at the Taraweeh time, and then we used to, after 10 rakats, we used to have a break. At 10 rakats,
Uh-huh.
we used to have a break, and then all the hufas, like at that time, the scooty was very famous. The one where
Uh-huh.
uh, what do you call, with one leg on the scooty, and one was, you push the ground and you move forward. You hold it like this, and you run on the ground with two wheels.
Yes, yes, yes.
It had just
Uh-huh,
come out.
yes.
It had just come out at
Uh-huh.
those times, and everybody was crazy about it. So you can
Yes.
put a picture of that on the video, just so that people can
I'll do that.
recognize that. So
Um,
it was just out. I think it was 2001, 2002. So we used to get
mhm.
those all the fuzz. We used to get those, and in Baghlaf, you know how big the corridors were. So it
Oh,
was
yes.
where it was a lot of fun. Like We used to like it was we used to get about 20 to 30-minute break. Like all the uncles used to have a good conversation. We used to have
Mm.
some fun outside, and then some
Mm.
snacks as well. Because it was a get together, so everybody used to get some one dish or something like that, snacks,
Yes.
and then after that we continue again for the next 8 rakah. So it was more like a family kind of a gathering, which was
Yes.
family friends kind of a gathering, which there was no like, if you go to somebody else's house for Taraweeh, who you don't know, then it will be a lot of
Mm.
takalluf and a lot of stuff like that would be there, but this was not like that.
Hesitation and everything.
Yeah, this was
Because
very free, and it was there was no hesitation or stuff like, because like Usman Uncle, Rabbani Chacha, we used to call him Chacha because I think it was
uh,
from a long time. So his, I think, I don't know how his name uh, got Chacha, but I think from a long time it was like
okay.
Rabbani Chacha. So that is what it is, and
Yeah.
so it was fun time. I remember went to his house in Jeddah as well once. Like when we went for, like, dad had some assignment in Jeddah, so when he used to
Okay.
stay over there. So
Uh-huh. That's
uh,
long time ago.
yeah, long time ago we had gone for a week. So those were, I was very young. I guess it was 98, 99, I guess, but that was also a fun time. Now when you mention him, so I remember all the things we did.
Yeah, no, because I met him when he came, became our neighbor,
Mhm.
right, opposite to our house. So that's how we came to know. But alhamdulillah, the relationship grew really good, really well. Even now, my mom is in touch with his wife, Furhana auntie. And sometimes I also talk with Rabbani uncle.
Okay.
हाँ कैसे है क्या है किधर है so alhamdulillah it was a really good relationship and like you mentioned basically when you were studying at the end of your exams they used to give you some gift so if you remember Rabbani uncle at the end he used to hand over Jarir bookstore vouchers to every person every Huffaz.
Yeah, there was it wasn't specific like only Jarir or something like that. It was,
Uh-huh.
it's in every place. Like I would say all over the globe, wherever the Taraweeh
Yeah.
happens, the Hufaz are given
Yeah.
something or the other, like a gift at the end of
Yeah,
the,
like a hadiah, like a gift,
yeah,
yes.
at the end of the Taraweeh. So everybody has their own way of thanking or giving a hadiah. So
Absolutely.
yeah, there were a variety of things. I don't remember exactly what used to be it, but because I was just a kid at that time. So, and then
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember exactly, because as I mentioned, I was having fun on the scooter, with the bigger guys, and I was doing my part, like 2 rakah, 4 rakah, but after that my focus was on enjoying. So yeah, I remember, because after that I remember when I was in the US studying. So my cousin, one of my cousins, he was a Hafiz. He used to lead the prayers over there. So there, most
Mm-hmm.
of the times, what happens at the prayer areas have regular Hafiz. Like every year, they
Mm-hmm.
have
Mm-hmm.
them set. Like this person will be doing it here. So he was doing it over there, and he had mentioned that they used to give them vouchers to give to amusement parks, or they used to send them to other states, like tickets or stuff like that, just to encourage the
Nice.
kids, because
Absolutely.
obviously it's
Yes, yes.
teenagers, so they used to encourage them that you're doing a good job. So once they get these kind of hadiyas, what happens is it gets them more motivated that they can do a lot better, and
Mm.
finish the Quran or complete the hifz, and look forward to such things. So it's a
Yes.
kind of a motivation, and it helps
Absolutely.
everybody to move forward. Yeah.
I don't really remember 2001, 2002 back then, but I remember in even because we were there until high school. So in the recent, I remember the recent times. And a couple of times what happened is that our iftar gathering coincided with the day it was your turn to recite. It happened maybe once or twice, but it happened. I remember one particular scene,
Okay.
because we were just opposite. So everyone was having iftar. We used to finish early. Me and you, we went to his house, drawing room, and you handed me the masaf. You were like, okay, just see if I'm correct. And we used to. I think it happened once or twice, but it happened that way.
Right.
The gathering coincided with that.
Right, could have been because when I used to do a lot of rakas, like it was back when into 2002 2003, because that was the time when I was actually actively doing hifd. So, but
Mm-hmm.
at that time, I don't think we were much in touch. We were in touch after
Exactly.
2005, and that time I was also leading a little bit, and that's when I guess that
Yeah.
happened. 2002 2003, I remember because we were our fathers knew each other, but we didn't know much because I wasn't in the school itself. I joined school
Uh-huh.
in 2003 and back,
Mm-hmm.
and then in 2005 we moved to Baghlaf. So
Baghlaf.
that's yeah.
Exactly. Yes, yes, yes.
That's when we were nearby. That's when we actually the tuition happened with Manoj sir,
Yes.
and that's
As you
when we
mentioned, yeah.
started us meeting each other or going to tuition together. That's when we actually began as friends, right?
Acquaintance. Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, that's why I'm saying that 2001, 2 तो मुझे
Oh,
I don't even
right.
remember. मतलब I'm not even sure if I ever went to his house for Taraweeh back then, or even if I did, you were just a normal kid
Yeah,
leading the prayer.
yeah.
But once we met, I'm like, okay, fine, Zubair, he's leading the prayer. So I think, yeah, obviously after 2005, maybe in our later days, a couple of years before we came back, I remember one incident and one particular day it happened. Okay, we went early because the drawing room is just opposite to the thing, right, in Baghlaf,
Right.
in our flat, the corner
Yeah,
flats.
yeah.
In your flat, it was go straight and then
Right.
left the drawing room.
Yeah.
So, and because he used to host the prayer, there is a parda there, so ladies are backside. So it's open to everyone. And I
Right.
remember it used to be open. Whoever came a little late, I used to come sometime. I used to go to the masjid. If I became a little late, I used to pray some there and then I used to come back. I used to continue and pray. It happens sometimes, yeah. So,
Yeah,
alhamdulillah, it was.
those were fun days. Actually, you did a good thing by reminding me those days, like Taraweeh days. So I had missed it in the last episode. So, inshallah, we'll
Yeah.
continue with
Yes,
another topic
yes.
tomorrow.
Next year,
So, I'll see you then,
inshallah.
inshallah. Take care.
All right, fellow.
Allah
You too.
Hafiz.
Seeing the amusing response, we've decided to extend the giveaway. One lucky winner will now be announced on May 25th.